Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you all. Thank you for stopping by. Today, I just wanted to do a very quick little video with you guys, just kind of giving you my thoughts on where we are in the current story of Genshin Impact and some ideas that I have on where I believe it's all going. So at this point, 3.3 has officially launched and I have not yet completed the Archon quest. So I might be a little bit out of date in terms of where I am of the story, but up to 3.2 I have played and completed. So at this point we have, spoilers, just in case anyone has not completed at least 3.2 Archon quest, then please at this point go to a different video. But for the ones that have, stick to it because here we are, here's my idea and it's going to contain spoilers. So we all know that at the end of Archon Quest 3.2, we found out from Nahida a couple of interesting facts. We found out that we are one of 4 descenders. We are actually the 4th descender that are beings that do not belong to this world. Which is an interesting concept to me because it really opens up the idea that I had in the beginning of Genshin Impact, where this game is not limited to the world of just Teyvat, but instead can be maximized in other video games, in other worlds, because of the fact that we have main characters, travelers, Lumine and Aether, who are able to travel between worlds. That does not limit it to the world of Genshin Impact. That can be Honkai Impact, that can be Zenless Zone Zero, that can be any world. It doesn't even necessarily have to be just a Hoyoverse world that was created by said developer. It can be any world. It could be, I mean, this is obviously a stretch, but the Grand Theft Auto world or any other popular games, Rust or Minecraft. I mean, just imagine seeing a 2D block version of Aether, Lumine, or Shenhe, or your favorite mommy in the game. I mean, anyways, I'm completely off track. So how this all correlates and kind of circling back to the whole point and purpose of this video, we are one of 4 descenders, people who do not belong to this world. And what I think that the Genshin Impact Hoyoverse team is setting up for is an Infinity War from Marvel's Avengers type style endgame to be specific, where we have an 11v11. Now let me explain. So we already know that the Fatui Harbingers, their main objective is to collect all the Gnosis from the Archons, right? Why? We don't really know why. It hasn't really been explained, other than we know that they need it for some divine reason. I'm assuming it's to get up to Celestia and do something. We just don't know what yet. So the cool thing about this is, as we've seen by Scaramouche turned Wanderer at this point, we have now discovered that the Fatui Harbingers have the ability to go into a godly state. Now, some may try to debunk this and say, no, that was only him, a specific case, because he was created for that purpose from the Raiden Shogun herself, or from I guess you could say. Yes, technically you're right, but we've seen it done, and now the possibility is out there. It's not impossible that the Fatui Harbingers could be setting up, taking these Gnosis, trying to turn themselves into Archons themselves. We already know, thanks to Nahida, that the top 3 Archons have the power equal to an Archon, which means that if you turn 7 of them into a Archon, right, into a god, and then you still have your other 3 or 4 Fatui Harbingers, you have 11 in total, because we know there's 11 Fatui Harbingers, and then you've got 7 Archons. So right now it's an 11v7. Where it gets interesting is the descendants. If you take 7 and you add the 4 descendants, because we are the 4th, that equals 11. So I think they're setting up for an 11v11 Archon versus new Archon, old versus new, Fatui Harbingers, the 11 versus the 7 Archons and the 4 descendants. And I think that would be absolutely incredibly insane. Endgame style, just complete second great Archon war. It would be mind-boggling, beautifully, just I can't even say the words that are all coming to my mind right now. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think it would be absolutely awesome if that was the end game. A second great Archon war. 11v11, 11 Fatui Harbingers with godly-like power thanks to their Gnosises somehow, and the original 7 Archon and 4 Descendants, because we've seen, based off of the combat that we've had of the Raiden Shogun, Signora, Scaramouche, we as Descendants, or Descenders, I've been calling it Descendants the whole time, the Descenders have the power equal or greater to the Archons with a dull blade. I mean, there is some golden blade that we're shown with in cutscenes in the very beginning of the game, and I'm assuming when we're at max power with everything said and done, that is going to be powerful enough to equal or surpass the Archons of Teyvat. So the Descenders have to be powerful enough at this point to compete in something like a Great Archon War. We've shown it, but every time we're in a combat situation or some kind of situation that requires, you know, us to put in effort, we usually come out on top every single time. And I just think that 11v11 second Great Archon War would be an absolute banger, beautiful idea, and I really hope that Mihoyo goes through with it. With that being said, that's going to be the end of the video. Sorry for such a quick one here, but I had to throw that out. I really hope you guys enjoy the content, and if you do, consider liking and subscribing. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Ad Astra, Abisask.